Yo. So we're gonna pick up where we left off yesterday with some classic Ali G show. Let's do it.
What is the brain?
The brain is the thing that you have to have. Without the brain,
What
nothing
is
else
the
works.
brain?
Is the brain's memory any good?
The brain's memory is perfect.
Is
So how come I can't?
is the brain's memory any good? And I mean that is a real question, but on face value it sounds ridiculous. But yeah, absolutely. Memory is in a different area of the brain. It's not holistically the brain, but anyway.
Remember my PIN number?
Well,
I think it's got like a 4 in it.
I could give you a quick answer and say you're stupid.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, that obviously ain't the real reason.
Well, it's the beginning of truth.
Does all of us really have bones, or is it just what the media want us to believe?
You all have bones.
We know this is a generalization, but why is all skeletons involved in evil stuff?
That's just
That's true. Yeah.
skeletons are the last thing that disappear.
How fast do bones grow?
They grow very remarkably until you're a certain age, and then when you go through puberty, bones stop growing in length.
How come some bones can grow in like a few seconds, like a few inches?
That can happen.
But how come the dong bone can,
It's
know,
not a
just...
bone. It's not a bone.
It is a bone, isn't it?
No, it isn't a bone.
But it does grow well quickly. I just got like 11 girls that, I can prove it. They can give you written evidence.
It's not bone.
It is
Do you
not a
reckon
bone.
It's ever okay to end someone's life.
No, I do not.
But like with my cat, when him had a broken leg, we took him to the vet, and
Your cat is not a human being.
well,
Yeah, still ethically
was
though.
a
What
human
what
being.
what ethics? I suppose if you
Please don't confuse me. Your cat was not a human being. Nobody in the world believes a
come
cat
on,
is a human being.
yeah, but it had human feelings though.
you're pushing it with this one,
It
Ali.
was sad sometimes.
I'm sure it's sad.
It was sad when they had to cut it because of the leg. Let's talk about a big thing.
I think this guy's
Death.
been a good sport as well.
D-E-F. I was talking about the thing that happens to you, a few weeks after you was alive. That's bad, isn't it?
Yeah, you don't spell it that way, though. It's D-E-A-T-H.
So what is the chances that me will eventually die?
That you will die? 100%. I can guarantee that 100%.
Look
you
at his
will die.
look at his face.
Right, he was being a bit of a pessimist there.
I'd be like, yo,
realist.
you know the word
Didn't realise he was a
pessimist.
player hater. I'd like to get a second opinion on that.
There is nobody that I know who has a mind and a brain who doesn't know that everybody will die.
I like to think that 4 out of 5 people is definitely gonna have the death thing happen to them. 1 out of 5. God bless. Keep going. Keeping it strong. Oh.
You will eventually find you're wrong.
Keep it real. Yo, big up yourself.
Yeah, he touched. Oh, here we go. Some original Borat. Some original Borat. Yes. It's weird how ridiculous yet genius these characters are.
Hello. In Kazakhstan, as we know, the new age began in May 1992, when it became legal for women to wear trousers, speak in public, and travel on inside of bus.
I mean, is that true? I'm gonna have to Google search that. I know this is stupid. Was it? Because we would like to think no country. I mean, let's be fair. The West. I don't know about illegal. Was it illegal? Was it illegal for women to wear? Let's put trousers. Trousers. Let's just put UK. No, it was not illegal for women to wear trousers, but it was often a matter of social custom and workplace rules. Okay, yeah, I get that, but it's not illegal because I don't care what anybody says. There's a big jump from something being legally by law and social. yeah, social is important. What is socially frowned upon or not frowned upon, that is definitely important. Very important, maybe more important in some ways, but the legality side of it is is a different thing. When it's by law, that means like you will get punished by the state for doing it. If it's social, you know, you're not at fear of going to jail, but there is obviously social consequences, which are good or bad depending what it is. So anyway, let's try Afghan. Oh wait, where's he from? He's from Kazakhstan, isn't he? Oh man, how do you spell Kazakhstan? I don't want to butcher the spelling. Kazakh H Stan. Kazakh H Stan. Okay, no, it was not illegal for women in Kazakhstan to wear trousers. In fact, historical evidence suggests that women in Central Asia, including what is now Kazakhstan, have worn trousers for thousands of years. It's so stupid. And this is the AI response, so I'm not doing a further research. We have tiers in our research, and let's be fair, women's trousers in Kazakhstan is bottom tier. I'll take the first couple of searches. Not so fun fact, until January the 31st of 2013, it was illegal for women in France to wear trousers. No way. I can't. No. From 1800 to 2013, women in Paris, France, were technically forbidden from wearing trousers without permission from police, with only a few exceptions. Wait, so the few exceptions are some women were allowed to wear trousers without permission from the police. So who are those exceptions? Because to be an exception, surely you have to be known, maybe. Or maybe the exception is they just got away with it. Or, you know, they're an exception, they just got away with it. They didn't have permission, they didn't get in trouble. They're an exception. Okay, right, that's wild. You know, the civilized West, eh? 2013. And now I'm guessing that women did wear trousers. I'm guessing because, come on, by the 90s, it was definitely socially acceptable for women to wear trousers. But, I mean, I'm saying that when I was in school, in high school, it was still a thing. And I don't know, I almost feel like there was a bit of rebellion. Like, a few of the girls were like, nah, we're wearing trousers. And they did. And it was like, and then there was like a weird thing, a pushback from some guys, just a verbal pushback. We're not talking about like a school-wide thing, but like, a few guys going, oh, well, am I going to wear a dress now? Well, 2025, you can. You absolutely can. Or Scotland for the last, however many hundred years. Right, anyway, back to Ali.
Here in America, it means something different.
Oh, wait, he said about driving as well. That one.
First, what I'm going to do is check your chakra energy centers with the pendulum to see which ones are needing to be balanced.
Good old chakras.
So there is no hand relief.
Not a massage, just like this, hands-on, touching. Your solar plexus is not open.
Last night I eat 12, how you say, beef jerky.
Yeah, but it gave you indigestion.
It make it come like water from there.
Okay.
What I'd like to do is put some crystals around you.
It made
do
his
hands-on.
ejaculate like waterfall.
Like Reiki, you put your hands on, you run energy.
Like Reiki Martin?
Reiki master.
Is a Reiki Martin a healer?
Ricky Martin?
He is a healer in the sense that he uses sound as a healing.
No, you say no.
Reiki Martin
What?
will like
Who
very
is this
much in case it's
witch
dead.
doctor peddling snake oil?
So I'm going to pull the stones off of you. I just wanted to show you what this does.
Reiki Martin will come here?
No. I said Reiki master. It's a type of
Yes.
Oriental healing, you know, with hands on.
How do you know Reiki Martin?
How do I know Ricky Martin? I don't know Ricky Martin.
Why do we talk about Reiki Martin?
Because I was talking about a type of Oriental
Reiki.
healing called
Oriental
Reiki.
healing.
And you
he
correlated
do
from
this-
Reiki to Ricky Martin.
Okay, I've just got to search Reiki. I know what Reiki is. I've worked with people who do Reiki and swear by it. They also knew that I was highly skeptical of it. So Reiki is a Japanese form of alternative medicine involving energy healing, where a practitioner channels healing energy through their hands to promote a relaxation and well-being. It is often used as a complementary therapy. Yeah, well, I should hope it's complementary, because Reiki ain't healing nothing. Nothing. What is it? Techniques, benefits, risks, and more. This is from Medical News Today. Reiki is complementary therapy relating to healing energy. Some people say it works through the transfer of universal energy from the practitioner's palm to the client. Some controversy surrounds Reiki, as clinical research has not proven its effectiveness. Oh, big shocker. It works through the transfer of universal energy. Okay? Now, I know that's not coming from the Reiki practitioners, that sentence, but come on, that's what they say, isn't it? Reiki is pseudoscientific form of energy healing. Yeah, I can get that. Anyway, yeah. So I've had people put their hands to my back and be like, "Ooh, yeah, you feeling anything?" It's like, no. I am highly cynical of it though, so that probably means I am less. They would say I'm less susceptible to its healing properties or something. I would say I'm less susceptible to the placebo effect of bullshit. Anyway,
Maybe pull these off.
Can we meet him?
Whom?
Reiki Martin.
Ricky
yeah.
Martin? I don't know. Do you have his address?
He's definitely
You know where he
like
lives?
pushing the
No.
buttons.
Yeah, I don't either.
Now we're on the beach.
Now this is a spirit tree. This is a.
This isn't Ali G though. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know it's from the Ali G show, but I wanted Ali G.
When you have a important tree or rock, you do a water from the kham on this.
Yes.
Can I do now?
Mark territory. Sure, please.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Mark territory. Look at
He's
him.
marking your territory.
He's saying it like he knows exactly what he's
As long as
talking
the tree
about.
doesn't mind.
Thank you.
And water here is precious no matter what form it comes in.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm going
Uh,
to show you a dragon that lives in this tree too when you're ready.
I don't know if they have the same rules
This one
in
here
the
everybody
US as
loves.
they do in Britain, but I suppose it would be classed as public indecency if it was just out in the public, and I suppose if you're on someone's property, something more.
And in many ways, that is an honor to the tree. To offer it water from your own body in the desert is about the most precious gift you can offer. So spitting on the ground many times is an offering that's made in the
I mean, what
in
is
the
this?
desert.
What is this? Arrakis? Is it June?
Because you need your water for survival.
How is he doing this as well? Like, he obviously came somewhat prepared. He knew he was meeting, and he came with. You'd have to squeeze a little poop out as well. He's weeing that much that at least a little fart would come out.
Banguran, dziękuję, no mogę zrobić umydomową.
I'm sure there's another one where he's just weeing in the same spot, and he just carries on going and going.
Banguran.
Alright, come on, let's go back to Ali. We want Ali. It's all about Ali. Ali is my favourite character of Cohen's. Right, Barat. Go. Okay, we're back.
Now I come to USA Dog Contest, which is like Miss America contest, only with dogs and ugly women. How are you?
Fine, thanks.
And please tell me what you do today.
He got best of opposite sex.
How do you stop
Best
retard
of opposite
boys
sex.
coming in and enjoying the dogs?
Oh my
You
god.
just have to be responsible. Be careful.
Does this happen?
It can. It has.
What? What, to your
Now
dogs?
Your dog
What?
is a loser. You are upset?
No. No, I don't get upset.
We know what's coming.
Some days you win, some days you don't.
You gotta
You
put it
put
down.
him in a sack in a river?
Oh my.
Why not?
No.
But it brings shame on you.
Too expensive. Didn't bring shame on me.
In Kazakhstan, when you meet a man you respect, you smell him.
Oh, yeah?
I will smell you.
No way.
Thank you. You want to smell me?
No.
I can't imagine that in that situation I wouldn't be like, nah, no way. Obviously, knowing Borat, I know what I do now, but like, I just meet someone from like, I don't know, a tribe in the middle of like South America, Amazon forest, and they say to me that, I would say, you having me on, mate? Are you having me on? I was like, show me some examples of doing it and why are you doing it? What are you learning? I want to be respectful. If you can prove to me that this is really what happens, you can have a smell. Maybe.
Thank you. Show me your dog.
You're welcome.
Bye.
No, don't do that again. Don't do that here.
Why not?
No.
Look how uncomfortable they are.
Your distance.
You are my friend.
Okay,
You
stop
must-
kissing me.
Okay, do not kiss. I am not the man who does it tonight. I have a
Good.
wife.
Oh, good. I'm glad
I have
to hear
a wife.
that.
You want to see a picture?
No, yeah, let me see.
I want to show.
I'm sure she's a beauty.
Oh, that makes me feel a little bit
Do
bad.
not
Oh,
show
yeah.
your wife.
Don't show my wife.
Do not show.
Nice.
Oh.
Oh, yes. Very nice. Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
Oh, no.
I use this.
Oh, good
Okay.
gracious.
That's fun. She's uninhibited.
Yeah, but you liked it, didn't you, mate?
What
He
do you
liked
do?
it.
Well, I'm a professional dog handler,
Yes.
and I travel all over the United States campaigning some of the top dogs in the United States.
And what it mean? You have a very nice ears. Why you laughing on me?
Oh.
You're cheeky. And who is she?
She's my assistant, my traveling assistant, and I
And
also...
what does she do?
I'll let you tell them what you do.
What the heck?
Her every way. I
What?
prepare the dogs for the show ring.
Can I touch your hair?
Sure. It's been a bad morning, bad hair day.
No, it is a
How young
incredible,
he looks
it's a
young.
beautiful hair.
Thank you.
There is a
Guessing
very
he's
famous
early 30s.
woman married to Azamat Bagatov who have a hair like this, you know?
Azamat Bagatov?
Her name is Lindy.
Oh, mine's Linda.
Is that a real person? Asylum. Had to bag it of. No, I don't think that's a real person. I mean, I don't know. I got a clue.
Hey, your name Linda, her name Lindy. Lindy Bagatov. Why you laugh? You know her.
I'm just a happy girl.
She is dead. No, she is dead.
Oh man.
Can I smell you? You have a nice smell.
Thank you.
You smell of dog.
Oh, good.
Can I buy your dog?
No, this one's not for sale. Neither one of these are.
Can I collect spermatozoa from it?
Yes.
Yes? No? No?
Yes.
Can I collect? No?
Not now. We have to get a veterinarian to do it.
I will be quick.
No way.
I'm sure you will.
I have a cup.
No, that's okay.
Oh,
That's okay.
he's trying to whack it off.
Give me your name and number and I'll get it sent to you. How's
But I
that?
can
Oh,
do very
yeah.
quick here.
I'm sure you could.
How many years have you been doing doggy style?
15 years.
And why do you like doggy style?
I enjoy showing my dogs and
Yes.
competing in the breed.
Dogs, feet, or puppies,
I met a woman in New York. She come my room.
like the king says.
She
The King
called,
Lola, for those who need to know.
Walter. She, I want a massage.
Oh,
She say she $50 for a doggy style.
Whoa.
But there was no dog. Why she say this?
That
She asked me for money for a doggy style, and I say I only want the money for a massage, maybe happy ending maximum.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yes. Can I collect the spermatozoa?
Possibly.
Okay, there you go.
Can I do that?
Oh, no, not now, no.
Oh, with Jacob Rees-Mogg. Seems like something good to watch. Right. Okay, so Rhyme Asylum. I've decided that for most albums that I listen through, I'll probably just do in one foul swoop.
An angel. I kill firstborns while their mamas watch.
Right, so Rhyme Asylum, Poison Penmanship. From memory, this is one of my favourites. I think Illa Instinct is my favourite. This might be my second from memory. It's been a long time since I've listened to this album. It's not on Amazon Music, and then maybe Ground Zero. But to be fair, every time it's not for any profound subject, but typically all of those songs have what I think is the best bars and the best delivery, because all of their bars are good on every single song, so oftentimes it comes down to their delivery on a particular beat. So yeah, let's just go. Poison Penmanship. Thief in the Night, if I remember.
Kingdom come. The only thing you can count on in your existence is never understanding why.
Thief in the night, fangs in your jugular, bleeding you dry. I live in a glass house, throwing meteorites.
Thief in the Night. I completely forgot it, but Thief in the Night. Thief in the night, fangs in your jugular, bleeding you dry. I live in a glass house, throwing meteorites. And if there's ever any Americans listening to this, or people from other countries who want to know different British accents, these guys are from down south. They're from they might say from down south, I think, and we say from down south. So I'm a northerner from up north, and if you listen to I live in a glass house throwing meteorites, I can never say glass. Glass, is that how the southerners pronounce it? Okay, anyway, yeah, so I say glass. I live in a glass house throwing meteorites, and as such, that means like there's definitely some things that like southerners can naturally rhyme that northerners can't. It doesn't really matter, we'd still do it, you just do it in a different accent, but yeah, if I think of an example one day I'll tell you.
In your existence is never understanding why.
Thief thief in the night, fangs in your jugular, bleeding you dry. I live in a glass house, throwing meteorites. Appease the gods in a previous life, and I slice the throat of Sweeney Todd for my piece of the pie. I'm the angel of death.
Just all dope. All dope. I thought of an example of well, it's an obscene one. So up north, the C word, you know, see you next Tuesday, it's clearly pronounced one way. It's probably not allowed on YouTube, is it? But you know how it's pronounced, unt. Where, you know, and that rhymes with shunt. Whereas down south, they say ant. You ant. You know, missing the letter C off the beginning of that, which more rhymes with shank, and the way they say shank and we say shanks, probably, you know, that's probably pretty similar. So, like, they can rhyme that the naughty ant word or the naughty unt word. It's spelt with unt, but they pronounce it ant. Yeah, we can rhyme the naughty C word with shunt, and they can rhyme the naughty C word with shank. But we both pretty much pronounce shunt and shank the same way. Anyway, yeah.
Outpacing Olympic swimmers with the Titanic's anchors chained to my legs, all without breaking a sweat. From the underground, and I'm craving the taste of your flesh like the day of the dead. Here for gaining respect, enforce the laws of gravity and draw the sword of Damocles to the nape of your neck. Communist mark.
I mean, I love those rhyming couplets in there because I love any sort of Damocles business. Draw the sword of Damocles to the nape of your neck.
Breaking a sweat from the underground, and I'm craving the taste of your flesh like the day of the dead. Here for gaining respect, enforce the laws of gravity and draw the sword of Damocles to the nape of your neck. Yeah. Communist Marxist, sharpshooter locked on my target. I was breastfed cancer and bottles of arsenic. Blind swords.
It's packed. It's pretty packed with just like heavy words, you know, like it paints a certain. I mean, it's a macabre or almost Pulp Fiction imagery.
On my target, I was sort of Damocles.
Pulp Fiction is in the old comic magazine Pulp Fiction, not the film Pulp Fiction, but yeah.
To the nape of your neck, communist Marxist, sharpshooter locked on my target. I was breastfed cancer and bottles of arsenic. Blind swordsman wander in darkness. Fuck, I dropped the queen's severed head in the offering basket. I'm eating out of coffins and caskets, and everyone in my field of vision's just crops for the harvest. I'm a hellborn seraphim.
Does that mean something? And everyone in my field of vision is just crops for the harvest. Everyone in my field of vision, crops. I think there's something I'm missing there. That's there, but I don't know what it is.
Caskets, and everyone in my field of vision's just crops for the harvest. I'm a hellborn seraphim, 4 faces with torn feather wings, spawning forward the form Nephilim, burying peace.
I always like a description, no matter what it is. Whether it's Ill Bill saying riding rocket launchers while riding on dinosaurs, or I'm a hellborn Nephilim, something about torn feathered wings.
Born seraphim, 4 faces, just crops for the harvest. I'm a hellborn seraphim, 4 faces with torn feather wings, spawning forward the form Nephilim, burying peace pipes, digging up the hatchet, deep throat my dick till it singes in your stomach acid.
Ooh, deep throat my D till it singes in your stomach acids. Whoa, I don't want to do that.
The unattractive, ferocious creatures. I got master degree burns after a
heat stroke of genius. That's a good line. I got master degree burns after a heat stroke of genius. Yes. Master degree burns after a heat stroke of genius. Yes.
Was from dusk to dawn. My entourage plot on top of Scotland Yard, cause we above the law. Withstand the force of a juggernaut. We're the recipe for disaster, and this beat's cooking up a storm. All-powerful being, during hours of sleeping, I levitate between the ground and the ceiling. Advanced life forms found in my semen. Haven't started to rap yet, this is just the sound of my breathing. A mental plane like Enola Gay. I'm slashing open throats of backstabbers with my shoulder blade. Step off the planet, it would float away. Tormented by growing pains on my ever-evolving brain. I sever ties with heaven's skies and wage war that makes Armageddon resemble a training exercise. Third eye blessed with second sight, a Cenobite. I survived the New Mexico desert testing sites.
All of those rhymes, all of it, dope. Like, almost dystopian kind of imagery. But I don't know, there's just something so British about the way he dropped that. I survived the New Mexico testing desert sites. I don't know, maybe it's because I've had these guys in my head for so long. You know, like, I don't know, there's something, Children of the Damned, that sort of style. Lee Scott. And there are plenty of other British people who did it or was doing it in the noughties. It's hard to articulate what it is. I don't think I've ever kind of put it in a mental box. I'm trying to think of equivalent like US rappers who do it. There are people with wacky deliveries, but it's not a wacky delivery. There's like a staggered, almost. It's not offbeat. I haven't got the words, but I'll think about it. There's something like similar to some of the old woo, where it's just a little bit unorthodox. It's a little bit, not what you'd expect like your ears to hear in like the delivery of rhymes, but still within the parameters of normal. Not beyond the parameters, maybe say like Warcloud, aka the Holocaust, aka Alcatraz, aka Frank the Robot Tank, rest in peace. One of the best to recreate the art. But seriously, I love that guy's raps. He's kind of outside the parameters. But anyway, I'm rambling. But let's just go to the beginning of that bit.
Ties with heaven's skies and wage growing pains on my ever-evolving brain. I sever ties with heaven's skies and wage war that makes Armageddon resemble a training exercise. Third eye blessed with second sight, a Cenobite. I survived the New Mexico desert testing sites. If I do start to smoke weed, I'll take 2 totes and won't breathe out for a whole week and OD. Battling me, you won't get cold feet. The mere thought of facing possessed to freeze the fluid in both knees. Product of a warlock and a witch, knock you for 6. Power drive you cold feet.
Bit of a sloppy cut there, I feel. It might not have been, but let me hear it again.
The mere thought of facing possessed to freeze the fluid in both knees. Product of a warlock.
It's alright, it's better than most of mine. If you listen to any track I ever made, it's sloppy in somewhere.
Can a witch knock you for 6? Power drive you down a bottomless pit. Push my luck over the top of a cliff. I don't bite the hand that feeds me, I chew it off at the wrist.
So push my luck over the top of a cliff. Over the top of a cliff. I think of a cliff just thrown in there. I don't bite the hand that feeds me, I chew it off at the wrist. Yeah, nice.
I forge a sword from a thunderbolt and a rubbing salt into bullet wounds just to make the slug dissolve.
That's cool as well. What was the first line?
Bullet wounds just to make the slug that feeds me. I chew it off at the wrist. I forge a sword from a thunderbolt and a rubbing salt into bullet wounds just to make the slug dissolve.
I forge a sword from a thunderbolt and rub the salt into wounds so the slug dissolves. Something like that. That's good. The beat reminds me of, hopefully this is no disrespect, the beat reminds me of like a JMT interlude, a Jedi Mind Tricks interlude. Stoop would always have like a dope ass beat with maybe a little bit of singing and maybe a sample talking over the top of it. But still, I was putting that's it's not an insult. That's it's a compliment to compare you with Stoop. I don't know who produced this song. Right, there we go. We're not going on to Test of Faith. We're halfway through the album, so I might take a bit of a break on Asylum, but I think I will make a note that I am halfway. What's the album? So Asylum, State of Lunacy, track 8. So on to track 8. That's cool. Right. I do want to go off hip hop, but there's maybe one or two more tracks that I want to listen to that are. I definitely want to move away from the dark theme stuff, but these two tracks are quite contemporary for me in terms of hearing them, like brand new. One of them I only heard the other day for the first time by an artist who I was told to peep maybe 15 years ago. Always seen him on the radar. Listen to this verse and he's dope as hell on it. I was like, oh wow. So then I checked a couple of his other songs and I could tell that he was a dope rapper, but at least in those other songs they were more like, I don't know, do you call it trap? Or I don't know what the parameters of trap rap are, but I would call it almost grimy style beats, but it's Hopsin. So, but I want to put the track on that I listened to, which was I'm sure I listened to it on here. Did go a bit War Cloud crazy yesterday. Here we go. Yeah.
Grammarly has helped me prepare not just briefs, but scripts that allow me to step into a presentation and know.
Hello, Hopsin.
Hello.
Word on the streets is that you're crazy.
This is
And I
Dope
honestly
Rabbit.
believe you are.
Subject is macabre.
If I was really crazy, I'd run up inside an orphanage and torment kids and beat babies' faces with bags of oranges.
Like that beat is, if it's not got your head going, there's clearly something wrong with you, like developmentally or cognitively in some degree. Your head must be going at the point that beat kicks in. So let's start again, and if your head wasn't going, maybe just like reevaluate your life 1 second, and then start again.
Word on the streets is that you're crazy. And I honestly believe you are. Listen. If I was really crazy, I'd run up inside an orphanage and torment kids and beat babies' faces with bags of oranges. Fake my origin and tell people that I was born to sin. I'd go back to feeling molested porn again. I would murder a nigga that steal his body from whatever mortgage.
Here it's just a collection of like a few simple things. Banging beat, simple multi-syllable rhymes that make some sort of coherent sense. Doesn't matter what the topic is. They make some. I mean, you can with the horror stuff go too much, where you're like, oh, but like, we're all right here. I feel like, well, I'll expand as we go on. So let's start again.
And I honestly believe you are. Listen. If I was really crazy, I'd run up inside an orphanage and torment kids and beat babies' faces with bags of oranges. Fake my origin and tell people that I was born to sin. I'd go back to feeling molested porn again. I would murder a nigga that steal his body from whatever mortgage in and take it back to an alley to torture it. Study all of the Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers, and Chucky horror flicks.
Baby, is that a knife you have in your hand?
Of course it is. I run around crazy like the Afghans doing some black camp boots, wearing the fucking Batman suit and screaming bitches like a fat man Scoop. Then tell.
Come on. Whose head isn't bouncing to that beat at this point? You're beyond lost if it isn't at that point, I suppose. And again, there's nothing profound here. It's just the beat simply banging and bouncing and someone who is just doing dope rhyming. Like, it's really good rhyming. Doesn't matter what he's saying, as long as it's coherent to some degree. It is sick multi-syllable rhymes.
Kruger, Michael Myers, and Chucky horror flicks.
Baby, is that a knife you have in your hand?
Of course it is. I run around crazy like the Afghans doing some black camp boots, wearing the fucking Batman suit, and screaming bitches like a fat man Scoop. Then tell them to take a deep breath, cause this will be the last chance to. I hate on everyone who's ain't and gifted. Claim that my brain is missing while sniffing cocaine and then cut my dick for the pain Olympics. If I was crazy, I would go pick up the mic and use it and tell Dwayne Carter that I really like his music. But I'm not crazy.
My biggest criticism of that verse is it's not long enough. It needs to be longer. This next guy, I'm guessing it's Swizzy. I'm guessing. I like his style. Reminds me. Oh yeah, he reminds me of Sean Strange, who's a dope underground rapper. But just going back to Hopsin's verse, like, yeah, it is horror and obscene, but it's also jokey. So he's not taking himself too seriously. It's like it's jokey horror, which is it's easier to digest. And I think this next guy does similar.
I'm not really crazy. If I was manic, I probably would have neglected my responsibilities and made society respect it. I'd walk around in a dress with a can of gas and blow up a motherfucker for laughing with half a match. Dig up all the baby cadavers and grab a basket and shoot them through every window of every crib that I'm passing. I'd probably be back a couple hours later and fuck them with every bottle I cut them within my labor. Take a breather,
That's pretty
make
brutal.
a haste of it and bounce toward the house that's adjacent of it. Chase everyone out and take them down. Tell them I'm the devil and I'm claiming everybody.
Dope multi-syllables though, this dude.
Grab a chainsaw, blow the fucking dust back, leave it off, and still ready me a new bloodbath. Run back to the psych ward, check my perimeter and get him before they knew that I left. But I'm not crazy, I'm just a tad bit strange. I can't control the thoughts that always travel through my brain. Oh no, not my fault, but don't blame me. I swear to God.
Okay, chorus. Hook's okay. So I'm guessing this is cryptic wisdom. This type of voice, or the high pitched I used to not like, but I do like now. It's kind of grown on me. One of the people I want to react about is Madchild, who I'd heard of years ago, but never. It's not even that I disregarded him. I just never really heard him on a track, and then I heard him on a big squad track, and I was like, oh, this guy's voice is intriguing. Then just ended up in a bit of a Madchild rabbit hole recently. I'm not even very deep into that rabbit hole yet, but I'm enjoying it, and he's dope. But yeah, this kind of voice I like.
Jack off with sandpaper while I'm watching The View. Picturing Whoopi bald-headed stroking cock with her boobs. I'll throw babies in dryers, strangle tweakers and fish.
All of them are talking about bloody babies. Definitely riffing off each other. Yeah, chokey again, good.
Make it rain like Washington and throw a stripper some change. Make her work it on the floor. Pussy pop on her handstand. Lick her dirty snatch and film it all on my webcam. Honestly, I'd be itching for gunplay. I cocked the 45 to shoot up church on a Sunday. I'll hijack a plane while it's still on the runway. Rope the stewardess and take the passenger's truck chain.
It's worth saying that guy, the middle guy, all dope rhyming, like multi-syllable rhymes. Not all of their deliveries were as good as Hopsin's, but they were still pretty good. I can imagine that both of those other dudes have some dope tracks. Alright, Hopsin, there you go, my lad. I'm gonna let you off this time. You are crazy as can be, but sometimes we've got to have it, haven't we, son? Now go do your work. I like the beat. So that is Hopsin. Right. Before I go on to the next rapper, I just want to. The other song I heard by Hopsin was. Well, there was plenty of other songs, but there was a couple I listened to yesterday, but this was one. I'm not going to listen to it all now.
Connecting friends this summer on Vodafone, the nation's network.
You're not coming?
Hey! Yo! Welcome back, baby!
No way!
So, the sample here is Bella Ciao, a famous Italian anti-fascist song, so I believe. I don't think I've ever researched it.
This shit I'm doing is bigger than you. Do not interfere. I'm so far ahead of you niggas, it look like I'm not even here. Although my road is not even clear, I don't see no other option to steer. I'm going out as a legend, you know it. My envious enemies dropping a tear.
So to me, up until that point, this song is unbelievable. I love it. I love it in every aspect so far. Okay, and then the drop comes, and I don't know. I feel like this is as a maybe I'm just an old man now, an old school hip hop guy. It's not the sort of drop I want beat wise, and the beat drop then, because of the beat, it doesn't provoke the sort of rhyme structure that I want, you know, or within, you know, there's a parameter of rhyme structures, you know. There's plenty of different flows within that parameter that I would accept, but it ends up being what it is.
Enemies dropping a tear.
You should know I get it popping by my name. I do. Man, these hoes ain't never rocking with no lane.
Okay, that's not the main drop yet.
Bitch, I'm married to this motherfucking game. It's true. If you really think you got me in your aim, then shoot.
Let's go. This isn't love, no sir. Although I appear to be grinning, you get in touch with my bad side. That's a bad
snare,
ride.
man.
I'm severely
Already it's
winning.
bad
Check out
news.
the trophies, I seriously did it, and you just vicariously winning. I'm kinda weird, I admit it, bitch. I'm in the building, but I don't stay near any tenants. Lane in my own, the label is cold. We raking in gold. I'm labeled to go. You borrow my style and can't even pay off.
I mean, you're not labeled to go.
You a clone, I'm ape with the flow. You think you the greatest, but no. Put down a cocaine and Patron. I aim for your dog.
Okay, I'm not disregarding it. There is good rhymes there and stuff. It's just the beat that drops. It's like, I don't know, it's this snarey, hi-hatty thing that, but it's the chorus that I want to focus on. The Bella Ciao, I suppose, at this moment in time.
Digging your grave, there's no other way it can go. Look, bruh, it's too late. The beast has been woke to confront your ass and greet your kinfolk. I'm struggling to fight this evil impost. When I'm writing this shit down on the sheet, the pen smokes. I needed to bounce back, achieve the tenfold. Now the roof coming down with debris, a lit cold. Should have been known that
All
your piece of
dope
gemstone.
rhymes.
Pay your homage and send me the fees through Venmo, nigga. Goddamn, where the fuck is all the time gone? Creeping up, but then I'm striking like a python. I'm the boogeyman, you better keep the lights on. I was plotting on this living out of night time. Overseas blowing on my fucking tie-by. Backstory, it'll probably make it mine right. I'm using it as gasoline to make the fire hot. And that's the reason niggas never taking my spot. This shit I'm doing is bigger than you.
I am being unfair. I am being absolutely unfair because it is dope rhyming. Like he is an absolute beast. So I mean, if you only heard this song of his, you couldn't deny that the guy could rap.
Do not interfere. I'm so far ahead of you niggas, it look like I'm not even here.
Maybe he's just too far ahead of me. I'm not even here. Is that a death row chain he's got on? That would be cool if he'd go up in my estimation if that's the case. He got one of them from Snoop. That'd be cool.
Although my road is not even clear, I don't see no other option to steer. I'm going out
it's
as a
away.
legend, you know it. My envious enemies dropping a tear.
You should know I get it popping by
Oh, for the close-up, he put the chain away.
my name. I do. Man, these hoes ain't never rocking with no lane. That's you. Bitch, I'm married to this motherfucking game. It's true. If you really think you got me in your aim, then shoot.
Okay, I dabble in sin.
Where's the chorus? I want the chorus
I
back.
do care to get even. Wait. My mental state is about to stay with his legs on a paraplegic. Clearly I'm very mischievous. I got my reasons, no good at burying.
Okay, but I haven't changed my opinion on the beat, but like I'm captivated now. I'm just like I'm in it. I'm on it. I love it. One thing I don't love about it is all the red. Not a fan of the colour red.
Demons,
See my name, you should carefully speak it, or you better prepare for some grieving. That's on my mama, I like irrational drama. I got a passion to slaughter, past the katana. I murder these niggas and wear their skeletons like jackets and armor. Badges of honor, then repeat it after I summons they soul to come back in the conjure. Can you imagine a monster, savage and bonkers, actually ponder?
I mean, dope rhyming.
Ghost mode. I ride streams like a solo rowboat. If you think high big, I no more dope, bro, then you big capping like Mojo Jojo.
I did, a minute ago, I did think that. Now I think the opposite. I think you are, I don't think you're the GOAT. I don't think you're a GOAT, but you are dope.
No fake views, then my promo's homegrown. This your world, nigga, oh no, no, no. You telling niggas that you so cold and iced out, you finna put a fucking flame on your snow cone. How do I do it? It's beyond us. To be on such a level, I believe I'm just the
This is the perfect rhyming over one of these beats.
Elon Musk, a rap, yes indeed I must be. Read on up, I'm breaking through like Eon Flux. We probably wouldn't agree on much, especially the way that I verbally beat on chumps. And if you ever wanted to a nigga's hand, he put a stain on my name, I'm willing to bet you he woke up. So keep dreaming, cause this shit I'm doing is
let's
bigger
get
than
some Bella Ciao.
I'm so far ahead of you niggas, it look
Ciao,
like I'm
ciao,
not even here.
ciao.
Although my road is not even clear, I don't see no other option to steer. I'm going out as a legend, you know it. My envious enemies dropping a tear. You should know I get it popping by my name. I do. Man, these hoes ain't never rocking with no lames. That's you. Bitch, I'm married to this motherfucking game. It's true. If you really think you got me in your aim, then shoot. If I don't make it to see tomorrow.
Whoa.
Oh, Bella Ciao, Bella Ciao, Bella Ciao, Ciao, Ciao. If I don't make it.
Gotta be honest, I always wanted to do a Bella Ciao.
Put some respect on my name.
Oh, you've got it, man.
To see tomorrow, put some respect on my name.
Yeah, you know, you've got my respect, dude. Yeah. I even listened to that song yesterday, but admittedly, I was sat with somebody, and I think the beat kicked in. I listened to the rhyming at the beginning. I went, yeah, it is good rhyming, but this, style of... I said all the stuff that I said earlier on in the track, and still kind of stands, but that guy's clearly on another level when it comes to rhyming in that style. He's versatile. Very, very, very good track. Anyway, so Bella Ciao. Let's have a look at Bella Ciao Hugo remix. I don't want that. I want Bella Ciao story. I want the... Okay, so we can go with Wikipedia for this. It's not something we need a deep dive with. So, Bella Ciao is an Italian song dedicated to the partisans of the Italian resistance who fought against the occupying troops of Nazi Germany and the collaborationist fascist forces during the liberation of Italy. That would be, that'd be Mussolini and his guys, I would assume. The exact origins are not known, but it is theorized to be based on a folk song of the late 19th century sung by female workers of the paddy fields in northern Italy in protest against harsh working conditions. There is little evidence of the song being used during World War II, with the current partisan version only becoming widespread after it ended. Okay, I mean, that's fair enough. Versions of Bella Ciao continue to be sung worldwide as a hymn of resistance. I wonder if there's more information. I'm not going to look into it now, but this original folk song, the origins of the song are unclear, although one hypothesis is that Bella Ciao was originally sung as Alana Mattina Appena Alzayat, Alana Mattina Albizat. I can't sing. In the morning, as soon as I woke up, by of the paddy fields of rice. Okay, yep. Partisan song. We've heard the summary that it wasn't. There's no evidence of it being sang during World War II. So we'll have a listen. Bella Ciao. I'll just put Bella Ciao. Let's hope. An original rare version, so I would hope that's some old Italian version. Let's go. Let's listen to it through.
In life, it's best to check before you commit. With Quick Check, you can check if you're eligible for a Capital One credit card without affecting your credit score before you apply.
No, you're fine. No, fine. Didn't want it.
When you needed proper anti-fascists, when they were proper anti-fascists, actual against real fascism. The good guys. So I'm getting sucked into it. Carry me away. Ah, yes. Oh, wow, in the mountains. Is it getting faster? Yes. I'm not going to speculate the photos because I could be completely out, but I'm going to guess around, you know, the 40s and 50s. Probably the 40s. Italy is a fascinating country. Mainly, I mean, you get the Roman stuff, but just like not being, you know, it wasn't Italy till, like, what was it, the 1800s? Even though, like, Italians have recognised themselves as Italians for, you know, thousands of years, or, you know, 1,500 years. Flag of Labour, yeah, I was going to say, it doesn't, don't worry, it's not a communist thing, guys, it's Labour. I do wish it was blue, though. So, yeah. The original Bella Ciao. Now, there is a version of Bella Ciao that I absolutely love, that I want to listen to. And this dude, I wouldn't mind going through his whole album if I can find it. He's just like a small artist. What's his name? Oh, there we go. I'd love to go through his whole album, but I'm just putting this version of Bella Ciao on because we're in the Bella Ciao rabbit hole. This guy does kind of like, it's kind of like folky music to some degree, Northern English. So this is a translated version of Bella Ciao as well, and I prefer it over the last version. The Lie of the Land, James Barr Bowen. Go and get the dude's album. Download it. Oh, I think you can get it on Amazon. Yeah, it's on Amazon Music, so it should be on Spotify and all that. It's an absolute dope album. Nice and banging, the banging version of Bella Ciao, this.
Son svegliato. Oh, bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. One early morning, as I awakened, I saw those bastards at my front door.
I don't remember seeing the word bastard in the translation.
Oh, bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Freedom fighter, please take me with you, for I will fight and I'm prepared to die.
Freedom fighter, yeah. Always remember the difference between a freedom fighter and a terrorist is whether they target civilians intentionally. Remember that.
Io muoio da partigiano. Oh, bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. If I must die there, fighting for freedom, then you must bury me where I fall. E seppellire lasso in montagna.
So there is a bit of the original language. Well, obviously Bella Ciao.
Ciao, ciao, bury me there, high in the mountains, beneath the shadow of a beautiful flower.
What a beautiful line that is.
High in the mountains, where I fall.
Oh yeah, I've got to go further back when it's singing. Bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Must die here for freedom.
Then you must bury me where I fall. E seppellire lasso in montagna. Oh, bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Bury me there, high in the mountains, beneath the shadow of a beautiful flower.
Maybe what he's doing, and maybe I've never noticed this, but maybe he's singing the Italian and then the English. But that line, the high in the mountains under the shadow of a beautiful flower, is so poetic, beautiful. It's not. It's obviously from the original, but yeah, Bar drops it as good as it could be dropped in English. That's a nice bit of a nice middle eight. Is that what they call this bit on a track? Middle eight.
Bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Now all the people who pass before
Yeah, wow.
they will remark, what a beautiful flower. Presto fiore.
Yes, the Italian.
Oh, bella ciao, bella ciao,
Bella ciao.
ciao, ciao. It is the flower,
And then the English.
the flower of freedom. And now we'll fight and die so it can bloom.
So yeah, he's completely made this track his own. Completely. Love how he's done that. I've listened to it so many times, but so many times. I'm talking at least 100 times I've listened to this version of the song, and it's never. I've never clocked that he's going Italian, English, Italian, English. No way.
Questo fiore da partigiano. Oh, bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. It is the flower of freedom. And I will fight and die so it can
Yeah, I feel like this beat needs some bars dropping on it, some Bella Ciao rhymes that are more related to Bella Ciao than Hopsin song. Some anti-fascist bars, some anti-Mussolini bars. Have you swing like Mussolini? Nice. The whole album of Bars is beautifully constructed. I love the lyrics. Like they're all like thought-provoking. I mean, politically, it's not a political album, but it's got like social themes that are, you know, political undertones. That have political undertones, and it's yeah. There we have it. Bella Ciao. So let us have a look at one more rap song.
I put the lobster on my Revolut. You put this bad boy on yours. No one's gonna watch a 3-hour film about your life. I'm when you
Love an advert.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we have Madchild. So I think I mentioned this earlier on. I'd never really heard of Madchild. I'd definitely seen his name on tracks. Then I came across him in a posse track, and I was like, oh, I quite like this guy's style. And then I spoke to my brother about him, and my brother was like, oh, do you mean from Swollen Members? And I was like, oh, Swollen Members, I remember that name. Now, it's a name I was familiar with, but I wouldn't have been able to name a track of theirs or anything, but it's a name I'd heard going way back. So I'd heard it pre-internet days, you know. So if you're a Northern UK guy, pre-internet days, hearing a rap name, you know that they're held in some esteem. So I was like, oh wow, okay. So I was surprised because the Madchild I was hearing in the noughties, not even that long ago, probably not even 10 years ago, his style, I was like, oh wow, so yeah, he's from that group. So I, still didn't even check the dude out, and then recently, this song just popped up on my Amazon, it's going through different themed songs. And this one came up, and I was like, whoa, this guy's sick. Absolutely dope, and sick in the bestest way. He's unique. He's got his own style, his own voice. You might describe this track, if this was the only track you'd ever heard of his, as horrorcore. His style has, is somewhat horrorcore. But yeah, he's just got his own everything, like his own vibe. But I'd say the first thing you need for me is like don't multi-syllable like rhymes, and I've held to that for like 30 odd years. So this guy cut like just don't multi-syllable rhymes. I'm speaking like him, like he's not. Like, he's pretty much like, I'd say he's kind of like in the hip hop royalty echelon to a massive degree. And I'm speaking about him like, oh, who's this guy? Anyway, Madchild, please forgive me for my ignorance, but I am now a massive fan. His pronunciation of words I absolutely love. It's like so precise. Not in all of his tracks, but in so many of them. Yeah, his voice. Anyway, let's go. And this is a cool video. It has got to be said for myself, like, topic-wise, horrorcore isn't my favourite. I do like macabre and I do like esoteric, so if you can get that sort of imagery, and that does fall close to horrorcore. And I would put this more on the horrorcore side. So for me to put you in such high esteem straight away and be doing with a horrorcore track just shows how dope you are with like your bars and like your vibe, the aura you're bringing to the table.
Yeah.
But I'm a nobody, so it doesn't really matter. But still, like my own thoughts are important to me.
I'm hiding in the shadow from the demons that I battle. I'm a psycho with a hypodermic needle in my ankle. My cerebral has a fire-breathing ego that exists. I'm evil, people. Lock my sights and burn you to a crisp. My sentiments are venomous. I'm poisonous to enemies. No cure, there is no remedy. Death will be the penalty.
And I will say, like, maybe one step further than horrorcore. Like, I've listened to quite a lot of Madchild stuff now, and there is definitely this theme of, you know, insanity, craziness, which it kind of feels like a mental health thing. Now, I've not looked into Madchild at all, but speaking to my brother, you know, the font of knowledge for me for the hip hop that I don't know, he was telling me, yeah, that he has some documented kind of mental health things. So I'm just kind of making that leap, that guess that a lot of like this stuff actually, you know, in somewhat is an expression of that. And on top of that, that adds an artistic level to it to some degree in a non-pretentious way. But it kind of it makes it, for me, it makes it more of a picture, and it can be like this. Okay, he's creating this like imagery, this picture.
I'm menacing, invented with demented thoughts of grandeur. Temper is explosive, I'm a boiling pot of anger. Middle-aged mutant, deformed.
Cool, let's just appreciate how he pronounced pot then. Pot of anger. All of it was good. All that pronunciation.
The penalty I'm menacing, invented with demented thoughts of grandeur. Temper is explosive, I'm a boiling pot of anger. Middle-aged mutant, deformed monstrosity. Do not have the audacity to fuck with this atrocity. Reform, deformed, creeper in a tree fort.
All dope rhyming. Maybe it's a Canadian thing, pronouncing words so proper, but I don't think it is. I know other Canadian rappers, and it's never stood out to me quite as dope as Madchild's pronunciation.
Audacity to fuck with this atrocity. Reform, deform, creeper in a tree fort. Deport back into my country, read the report. Igor, why they wanna pick on little me for? C4 explosives, I'm ferocious by the seashore. Keep it, you will reap it, I will give it all I got. I'm strategic, devil's reject, I will think and I will plot.
Very cool and well-made video. You know, the sensibly dressed guy with the glasses switching up to his crazy look. I don't know why I just like things like that. I will have the last laugh. I'm a chuffing bad man. Like, it's close rhyme, not quite rhyme, but it is. It's enough.
I will have the last laugh. I'm a fucking bad man. Surround my house with sandbags like it's fucking Baghdad. They don't feel the fire yet, they will feel the backdraft. Hand making bullets when I'm listening to Black Flags. Selectors, they are sad.
Listening to Black Flags, is that like an album? That's like a famous album of someone's, right? Yeah. Anyway, it's some dope rabbit.
Mics detecting me on satellite. Sneak across the border to Seattle with the pad and mic. DJ play a battle break and battling on stage. I'm a rattlesnake, you kids should not be rattling my cage. And I don't give a fuck about a rapper with a buzz. I'll happily attack him and extract a little blood. Like packing an exacto, I'm exact with the result. Your friends can ask what happened, you'll say crap, it was my fault. I'm an albatross, fucking falcon claws. Half mountain lion, countless crimes, but I'll be fine, my blood is mixed with.
I love all of that. There's something about the word albatross I love when it's rhymed. I think Apathy drops it in a track. I don't know why.
Little blood, like packing an exacto, I'm exact with the result. Your friends can ask what happened, you'll say crap, it was my fault. I'm an albatross, fucking falcon claws. Half mountain lion, countless crimes, but I'll be fine, my blood is mixed with alkaline. Killed a little monster, he is obviously insane. He's probably just a goblin that has problems with his brain.
Yeah, so he has a theme like little monster, goblin, stuff like that. Yeah.
I go to bed at night, I'm dreaming of revenge. But I'm tossing and I'm turning, candle burning at both ends. I wake up asking, don't you hear the laughing? They don't hear it.
I love that switch, like just how he looks so innocent, like not.
Burning at both ends. I wake up asking, don't you hear the laughing? They don't hear it. Every night I pray to God, protect us from these evil spirits. Lyrics like I'm touched by the angels. I'm dangerous. Put my words together in the strangest arrangements. I'm gloomy from my vanity, illuminate insanity, accumulating doom-related lines that leave you panicking. A samurai, guess I glamorize, being traumatized, promised I never compromise with these homicides. An alligator salivating, calibrated. scientist, rhyme divine specimen. Combine efforts, align sublime specialist. I design refined lines as my weapon.
I mean, it's just got to be noted that it is really dope high-level rapping, like, it's like really nice combination of words. It creates an imagery, which it's about that as for most people more than it is about like having dope ass bars. So if you're doing like both of those themes, like thematically, you've got a theme that's creating imagery. It might even be deep enough for people to discuss and analyze, and you're also dropping like multi-syllable rhymes. It's all I ask for.
Trying to find destiny, God provides recipe.
Let me just put it back.
With these homicides, alligators salivating, calibrated doors. Abnormality, I gravitate to gladiator dogs. Divine separatist,
He likes his animals.
Specimen. Combine efforts, align sublime specialist. I design refined lines as my weaponry. Trying to find destiny, God provides recipe.
Yeah. Good song. Great song to be introduced to Madchild. I've listened to plenty of Madchild the Swollen members now, just random tracks, but I probably need to get into some of the albums, I'd imagine. Probably need to do a bit of a deep dive. But there it is. Right. For now, Bella Ciao.